welcome to another Insiders Elite here today again with the amazing Jamie Adamchuk. We're talking about business owners and business operators and what's the difference and which one are you, Jamie?
Hey, so good to be here today. Business owner versus business operator. This is a very, very, very highly debated topic. But hey, wait a minute, Mick. I've got a sign outside. I've got a website. Doesn't that mean that I'm a business owner? Look, the title, all of that, it sounds really great. But there's a distinct difference between who a business owner is versus who a business operator is. And you know what? We're really going to dig into that today. We've got some amazing information to share. So I can't wait to kick it off. Mick, how do I know if I am a business owner, like I really want to be, or if I'm a business operator, which is actually something different? How do I know which one I am?
Look, Jamie, it's a topic that creates lots of debate, and it's a huge topic. So a business operator is somebody who does everything, who's in the business, who has to be there for things to happen, who has to be there to make sure it happens, so has to be there to make sure the work's getting done. They have to be there. They just can't get away. They've got to do everything. And if they're not there, nothing happens. Nothing happens in the background. Stuff's not continuing to flow on. Whereas a business owner, a business operator also is looking at the daily task. What's happening here? What can we do here? How many jobs have I got to get done today? How can I build this out? Like, they're just constantly looking at the daily tasks. Whereas a business owner, the biggest difference is they're stepping back, looking at the bigger picture. What are we doing next month? How's our lead generation happening? What's going on with their marketing? And they're stepping back, looking from an outside perspective, and they're choosing which thing's going to use be the best use of their time and attention. And they even solopreneurs can be business owners because it's about how you look at things and the way you do. If you have to do it and you're stuck in there doing it, then you're a business operator. If you're a business owner, can stand back, look how it is, possibly delegate tasks, subcontract some things out, look what's best the use of their time. And the other part of that is they get choice.
Yeah. Choice is a big part of it. Right? If I feel that I am stuck, if it's got to be me, if it's, I'm the only person that can do it, I hate what I'm doing, but I got to go in anyways, guess what? You've just got a job. You're busy working in the business. Again, what's the difference? Business owners, they get to work on the business, right? They get to look at it from a different perspective, from that outside perspective, to really recognize, great, where can I make this business grow? What's the vision that I have for my business? What is my ultimate mission? And how do I know if we're taking action consistently to go ahead and achieve that mission? Business operators, those are the people that are right in it. And I mean, I can think of tons of times, right? Especially when I started out. And here's the thing too, I don't want to make it sound like a bad thing if you're that business operator. Guess what? Everyone who starts a business starts from a place of being a business operator for many years. Right. And same as for you, Mick, for many years, hey, we were business operators. We were those people who did everything ourselves. And it is a big mindset piece of it behind it as well. It's like, oh my God, right? Do I have the right capital? Do I have the right assets to be able to go and get someone to do it? No. I can just do it myself. Every time that you think that you can do it yourself, the message that you're actually giving yourself is, my business isn't ready to grow. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for just a minute. Every time I say, you know what, it's got to be me, can't be anyone else, I'm the best person to do it, what you're actually saying is, you know what, my business doesn't deserve to grow, and I'm not ready to grow my business. Being a business operator, being that person who's doing it all, you're going to gain valuable information and valuable knowledge. You're going to learn a ton of stuff about the business. But when you make that mindset shift to say, you know what, I'm ready to start actually being that business owner. I'm ready to start being that person who can see the bigger picture, right? Who has a team working for me. And most of all, most importantly, that I can step away. What do you think, Mick?
Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. And you hit the nail on the head there. As soon as you shift from, no, it's got to be me, I have to do that, I'm the only one who can do that, I can't afford that, it's my business, I've got to do this, I have to do that. It's a massive shift. And a weight gets lifted off your shoulder, and that's when your business is ready to explode and to grow, because you can A business will be limited, its capacity will be limited by you. It's only ever going to be as big as you.
Yep.
And this, I heard this, I suppose, statement, comment, quote a while ago, and it says, business will only ever grow as big as its leader.
Wow.
If you're not prepared to leverage and grow yourself, then your business is never going to grow, because it's only limited by your capacity.
Yeah.
As a business owner, you leverage other people's capacity, you grow and scale your business using contractors, employees, team. When you take that next step to grow your business, that's when you take that shift, and that's that mindset shift when you're prepared to grow bigger, to bring your business up. And that all comes from, and you touched on it before, having that vision for the business, having a mission, what you want to achieve, having that bigger picture view of what the company is going to end up like, what your business is going to be, is a massive part of shifting from a business operator to a business owner.
Yeah. Right. That is humongous. I mean, a particular story that comes up, and I tell this story when I'm doing my training and stuff, is during my time in my phase as that business operator. And it's got to do with water, interestingly enough. In one of my older offices, we had a water cooler. We had this nice little water cooler and stuff. And me, being economically minded and all that sort of stuff, I'm like, well, it's got to be me that goes and fills the water. Why does it have to be me that fills the water? Well, you know what? It's only $3.99, whatever it was, per 20-liter bottle, per 5-gallon bottle. I can go do that. But here's what I didn't recognize, simply because I didn't have that right mindset. That $3.99 water was actually more, like probably $99. And you're like, but wait, Jamie, hold on. I mean, you pay $3.99 at the till. There's no tax. There's no GST. There's no nothing like that. But it was more than that. It was my time. It was all the effort that I had to put in. It was the fuel that I had to put in the vehicle to take the vehicle over there to get the water filled. See, it was a pivotal mindset shift for me that said, okay, I can pay someone to actually bring me this water. I can get a contract with the water delivery service. It was, I don't know, $1 or $2 more per 20-liter water. No big deal. Because I certainly couldn't fill those waters with that $2. It cost considerably more time, effort, fuel, wear and tear, all that sort of stuff. Things that we often don't think about because, hey, right, I'm going to save $1 or $2. Now, I'm not saying go spend frivolously, just go spend all your money. It is about utilizing that money wisely. But what's more important? I asked this question, what's more important, your time or money? Money, we can always make more. Money, there's never been more money in the entire world than there is right now. Seriously, in all of humankind, there has never been more money than what there is now. Do you think we can tap into that? I don't think. I absolutely know. Here's what we can't get more of, though. Here's what we can't manifest more of, at least not now, because we don't have the Wayback Machine. Can't hop in the time machine and give that time back. We cannot get more time. Now, that's a pivotal shift, and that's quite often one of the big differences between business operators, right? That person who's really trying to do it all themselves, who's really that fiscally minded person, versus that business owner says, where will I get the biggest ROI? Where will I actually get the biggest? You know what? The biggest ROI for me, I quite really recognize, is that when I pay $2 more for a 20-liter bottle of water, when I pay $2 more, the ROI on that was significant, right? It was almost $90 ROI by me paying $2 more. That was a significant mindset shift for me that really changed the game up. That was big.
Yeah, that's huge, Jamie. And it's that simple shift from, no, I have to do that, I have to do this, I have to do everything, to actually I could leverage this and make better use of my time. And when you do tasks like that, and not tasks that are beneath you or anything of that nature, and I use the water cooler for example, if you go, well, it cost me nothing, and this is the mindset you hear so often from business owners, well, it cost me nothing for me to go do it. When you say that sentence, that means your time is worthless.
Yes.
You are telling your brain that your time is worthless. The same as people saying organic marketing is free.
Yeah.
It takes you, 10 hours a week, 14 hours a week to do organic marketing? If you tell yourself organic marketing is free, you are devaluing your time. You are telling yourself and the world you're worthless.
Yeah. Aren't we getting a little woo-woo here, Mick, though? Aren't we getting a little woo-woo with this?
Mate, maybe, but I'm telling you right now, the things you tell yourself matter, consciously or subconsciously. And this isn't a woo-woo mindset segment, but I just need this to sink in.
Yeah.
Everybody's time as a business owner, even just think about it. If you're a contractor, what do you charge your hourly rate at for working? 100, 99, 75, 80 bucks an hour, 110 bucks an hour? At the very least, anything you do, calculate the cost of it, including your hourly rate that you could be billing out to clients, doing the work you love doing.
Yeah.
Have a think about it from a different perspective, even just using your own charge out rate rather than saying, well, it cost me nothing, I can do it myself.
Yeah.
It does cost you. It costs you the hourly rate you could be billing your clients.
Completely.
From,
and I was being
from a business perspective.
Right. Absolutely. I was being totally facetious when I talked about the woo-woo, because it's absolutely true. Listen, guys, the story you tell yourself is the story that you live. The story that you tell yourself is the story you live. You know what? It doesn't cost anything. It's not worth anything. That's impactful. And even though you may not recognize it on a conscious level, your subconscious picks up on everything. It's going to hear that. And then all of a sudden, before you even recognize it, that value of your time, the value of your worth begins to knock its way down until pretty soon you're believing it. Be very, very, very cautious with the stories that you're telling yourself, with that language that you're using. Right? And that's one of the big differences between business operators and business owners. Business operators, they haven't really truly mastered that power of language and what we're saying. Again, it might sound like we're beating up on business operators. We're not. Right? We've all been business operators, right? We've all paid some pretty big tuition to get to the place where we are. We all learned some really great lessons. And it's through those lessons of being business operators that we've become much, much, much better business owners. We're not saying just step right into it, subcontract everything out or get a bunch of people on board that you don't know how you're going to pay for. We're not saying that. There's a growth period here. There's a time to be able to really grow your business up and scale your business up. Could I have done what I'm doing right now with the business 5 years ago? There's not a chance in hell. I wasn't at this level, right? One of the questions I ask my clients when we're working through the Own Achievement method is, does it have to be you or must it be someone else? Now, that question is solely based on what I've learned from progressing from that business operator, where God's honest truth, I really believed that it had to be me. Like, there was no questions in my mind. It's like, yeah, there's got to be me. That's the story I told myself over and over. No, it can only be me. No, it's got to be me. But the problem with that is I really started to believe it. And pretty soon I'm working those 18, 19-hour days every single day in the week, and there's absolutely no reprieve. In case you're wondering, yes, that's where burnout comes from. Right? We've got to not do that. We've got to get comfortable with asking that question. You know what? Does it have to be me or must it be someone else? Social media. Mick, both you and I have teams, like teams helping us create content, post content, get that out there. If we were doing all that ourselves, I mean, how much time would that add to your every day or your every week? How much extra do you think that would add?
Jamie, it would add significant 2, 3, 4 hours a day easily.
Yeah.
Just to create the content, write it up, post it, schedule. Like, there's a lot of work that's involved in that kind of stuff. And to be honest, well, I'm not an expert in it. So I asked that question, does it have to be me or must it be somebody else? It's like, well, it must be someone else. I still need to be in control of the process because it's my brand and my business.
Yeah.
But I need a team to support me, to help me create the artwork and the graphics and to add the little bits on the videos so that when they get posted up, they are easy to consume, and schedule them in at the right times for me and help me with assistance. And that's what having a team, that's what being a business owner is about. It's about leveraging the right teams and the right people to make sure you can make the most of the opportunities that you have. I wouldn't be able to create content and programs and work with clients and as passionately as much as I do, because I'll be distracted and busy trying, I've got to spend 3 hours today doing my social media or no one will hear about me.
Yeah.
And notice the language, I've got to. Now, when I engage on social media, it's because it's a choice. I still go in and comment and post and get involved and create stories and still do social media because it's my brand and my business, and I still want to engage with the community. However, I have a team there assisting me, so I don't have to do all of the artwork and the things that aren't my strength.
Yeah.
that's one of the key things about being a business owner, is that self-awareness and knowing where you can leverage and take advantage so that you can do the things that are your zone of genius.
Absolutely. I mean, being able to be that business owner where you've got tasks and, things that need to be done, where you're able to delegate that out there, it makes a massive difference. Today, myself, a very good friend of mine, Donald Blair from Toronto, he actually drove across Canada and he came over, and I had the opportunity to meet him for lunch. Now, here's what's really cool about that. It's not the fact that I got to leave. It's not the fact that I got to really meet him. I mean, we had connected, we've been connecting internet and all that. We connected through a project we were working on here in Canada. And what was really great is it wasn't about the lunch. It was the fact that I could actually step away, and I didn't even for one moment give a thought to work or, oh my God, I've got to get back because I've got all these projects to do. I've got this. It's like, you know what? I could really truly be in that moment. I could appreciate our friendship, the time that we were spending. And you know what? It was absolutely amazing. You want to talk about having an exponentially better life? Step into that place of really, truly, I guess I would say, for any new people out there, any new entrepreneurs who've just recently started their business and they're still in that business operator, aspire to be an owner. And at the first available opportunity, take the leap. Believe in yourself, take the leap, bring someone on to help you. There's no way I could have gone out for lunch today and done what I did, take that time, if I didn't have that support, that team in place to be able to help me be where I was at. Question there, does it have to be me or does it have to be someone else? In that moment, it had to be someone else taking care of it so that I could go enjoy that time, something that was extremely important to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And both with Jamie and I, when we work with clients, one of the things most business owners want is they want to be able to create that freedom and that, I suppose, that space and that mindset so that they can step away and the business still runs and things happen without, they can go for a long weekend and visit family and friends and have an amazing time, and the business still functions like normal, and it's not, they don't come back to a mess, to drama and to chaos. They come back to the business just as they left it, and it functioned perfectly without them. And that doesn't mean business owners get to be absent. It's completely different. It means they're doing the bits that are valuable to them and valuable to the business, working on their culture and their team and looking for the vision and the long term, looking for opportunities to say yes to help grow the business, to help grow their team. And that's one of the key things, is the difference in the mindset between a business owner and a business operator. A business owner will say, yes, that's a great opportunity. Let's investigate that. Let's look to see where we can leverage that opportunity further. Whereas a business operator will say, no, I haven't got time. I'm too busy here. I've got to get to this task and that task. And it's all well and good you expect me to do this stuff, but I'm too busy doing these tasks to take the blinkers off and see what opportunities are out there. And that's one.
I don't have the money.
Oh, I haven't got enough money. If I do, so many. And that's one of the key mindset shifts with a business owner, is they can step and look for opportunities and leverage the team and leverage and work on the business, creating opportunities, things for the business, whereas they can't see the forest for the trees because they're stuck in there cutting wood at the bottom of the forest. And they can't see that if they step back, if they cut 2 more trees down, they run out of forest. So it's one of the huge mindset shifts. Now, Jamie, play with me here, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm going to play the devil's advocate here, because I can hear the business owner questions now, and I hear them a few times a week when I talk about working on the business, or you got to look at this, and I'm going to come back with a few of these questions and concerns, and you go through and answer them, and you can help to educate my mindset. How does that sound?
That sounds absolutely outstanding. I'm looking forward to it.
So one of the key things is, I was like, well, it's all well and good for you to say to work on the business, but somebody's got to do the tasks. I'm in here. If I don't go and do the invoicing, then I don't bill the clients, and then we don't get any money in the door. So how do you expect me to work on the business when I'm got to do all this, and there's 40 emails to read and I just can't get back to anybody?
Yeah. Look, the work is always going to be there. But I'll tell you what, it does. I mean, we talk over and over and over about mindset. I'm sure our viewers, our listeners are probably getting sick of us talking about mindset, but mindset's really the key. See, for me, all those things, the invoicing, this and that, yes, I'm lucky enough to be able to have scaled up my business, and not necessarily through people, I've got tools. I've got automation. I've got a bunch of that stuff. But before, okay, let's go back to before I had all that stuff. I'm that solopreneur. I'm working all by myself. How do I manage it? I manage it because for me, it's not work. But wait a minute, Jamie, it is work. It is work. It is work. See, for me, it's something that I have a true passion about. When I can truly change that mindset surrounding what it means to me, yes, there's stuff we're going to have to do. Yes, sometimes you're going to put in those 18-hour days. It's going to happen. Anyone told you that the life of entrepreneurship is all about freedom and, working 4 hours a week, the 4-hour work week? Thank you, Tim Ferriss. Anyone that told you that entrepreneurship is going to be all about that, I'm sorry, they've sold you a lie. The fact of the matter is when you start out as an entrepreneur, there is a lot of tasks to do. And guess what? For the most part, in the beginning, you will be the one that has to do it. But I can tell you with absolute certainty that when you put in the time, when you put in the effort, when you put in the reps, think about it like this. You go to the gym, right? Do you go to the gym once a month, work out really good and come out looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger? I don't think so. It takes the repetition. Sure, there's going to be some times in the beginning where you've got to go in and do the work, but maybe change the meaning behind it. Maybe it's not work. Maybe it's the opportunity to grow your business to where you know it deserves to be. Maybe that extra time, that extra effort that you're putting in is actually a big bonus to get you to that place where you want to be. See, for me, it's always been a mindset game. It's always been, because I'll tell you what, if it was like, oh my God, I got to go to work. And I'll tell you what, when I used to be an employee years ago, I would say that a lot. It's like, oh, fuck. I would use the F word. I would drop the fuck bomb. It's like, oh man, I got to go to work, right? I got to go do these things. But I'll tell you what, now it's an opportunity. It's enjoyment. It's joy. It's all the things that I want to be doing. And that is a massive difference. And I know I went on a little bit longer there, but for me, it's never been, at least in my own business, it's never been work. It's been an opportunity.
And that's a huge thing there, Jamie, because you're doing something you're truly passionate about, as am I. So I could spend 12 hours and it doesn't feel like work because you're doing stuff that you truly love.
Yeah.
One of the things that I pick up out of what you said there is doing the work. So you might, as a solopreneur, you're on your own, you're a single one-man contractor and you're working 12 hours a day, then you're going to come home and do the invoicing. You get a couple of choices here. You can do a bit of time where and this is the difference in mindset between a business owner and a business operator. A business operator will come home and go, oh, I've got to do the invoicing. So you'd spend 2 hours billing out the jobs you've done for the day or the week or whatever. And then you're like, I'm so exhausted, I just want to go to bed. Whereas a business owner, will go, right, sweet, I've got to smash out this invoicing. And then I've got to spend an hour working on my automation process that's going to fix my invoicing so I don't have to do it anymore. Because they will be constantly working on the business. They'll be doing that 15 hours, but they'll be spending 1 hour of that putting something in place to save time later.
Yep. Yeah. Listen to this statement. Watch this. It's never a lack of resources. What's it a lack of?
Resourcefulness.
Exactly. What is that business, that aspiring business owner? Because we can all be aspiring business owners. If we're still in that place where we're the solopreneur, we can still be those aspiring business owners. What does it take? What's the one key difference? I have resourcefulness. Remember myself, we talked about invoicing and stuff. Guess what I've done? I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to be the invoice guy. Now, what can I do about it? I went from a place to saying, not saying, oh my God, I don't have that right team. I don't have a full-on accounting team. Sure, I've got a bookkeeper, I've got an accountant, but I don't have someone doing my invoicing and all that. Oh my God, life sucks. I'm just a business operator. No, I said, what can I do? How can I do things better? How can I do things that flow more efficiently? And all of a sudden I got into a place of being, a time of being completely, totally resourceful. Guess what? I looked into some of my invoicing programs. I looked into my accounting program, figured out, oh my God, it can do auto billing. And even better yet, it can do recurring billing. I never have to bill another thing again. Hallelujah. And that's how it works for me. I became resourceful. I stepped outside of that, that sad story that, oh my God, it's got to be me and I can't hire anyone and I don't know what to do. No, I got resourceful. Now I don't even worry about money. Money flows in. Quite literally, money flows in. I don't have to worry about it. Big, big, big difference.
Yeah, absolutely, Jamie. And that's the difference. You went, there's got to be a better way so that I don't have to be the one. It must be somebody else. Yep,
Yes.
it's a computer. Straight away, when I looked into my accounting program, I said, this must be able to do recurring billing straight away.
Yep.
So I've set it up straight away. It's exactly the same thing, because I don't want to have to every month have reminders to go in to generate an invoice to send to a client who's working with me on a monthly basis. I have a recurring setup so that it generates the invoice and sends it off to them.
Yep.
And it happens automatically.
Yep.
That's the way. That's the difference between a business owner and a business operator. They'll be spending the time, the resources when they get them, to save them time, money, to grow, to leverage, to take advantage of opportunities, as opposed to just going through the motions, doing the same thing and not looking for better ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Be curious, right? Curiosity is a state. I mean, we talk about mindsets, we talk about states all the time, all the effing time, but quite seriously, right? What would a state of curiosity do for you? How could I do this better? What could make it easier? How could I have even more enjoyment right now doing these tasks? Well, it wouldn't be me doing it. Great. Who can do it for you? What can do it for you? Because I'll tell you what, in this day and age of all the AI, we're in an amazing time right now, right? Almost every single day, I'm seeing AI this, AI that. I went on to a website there. I got connected with a chatbot thing, and although it's not AI, and no, I don't use the chatbot on my social media or anything like that. That's myself or my team reaching out. Those are real human beings reaching out. But I'll tell you what, on a website where I can't be on it 24/7, 365, I can't be watching it all the time. Guess what? An engagement chatbot is something that's really amazing. Right, one of my sites right now, one of my landing pages for my business development bootcamp, it's got a great little chatbot on there that's actually going to interact. It's a great, great, great tool that helps to up that engagement. What does that get me to do? Because I knew something was missing. Right? I knew that engagement piece to engage with those prospective clients. I knew that was missing. Guess what? Chatbot comes on, talks a little bit about it, brings it down to a level that's real. And the chatbot, those are my words. I wrote those words, right? I was the one that went in, wrote all the words and all that. Me, it's like, how can I do better? It's that state of curiosity. It's that mindset of curiosity because, Mick, both you and I, we have a passion to provide that disproportionate amount of value for our clients, to make the experience even better, right? This is that mindset. When we have that belief, when we have that value for our companies, right? It enables us to be able to think so much bigger. That's how that came about for me. How can I provide even more value?
And that's the way you need to look at it. I'm glad you said that, because the tagline for my business is making business even better. One of the questions is, how can I make this even better? How can I, when I work with businesses, I'm like, how can I make their business even better? How can I make this process even better? Constant question, how can I make it better? Even better, which means it's already good. So let's make it better. How can I improve that? And that's the difference in mindset. You're looking for opportunities to leverage, to take advantage of in your business, in the way things are done, in all sorts of stuff. And that's the difference in views. But Jamie, I must ask you a question. Mm-hmm. You're a solopreneur, you're stuck, you're a one-man contractor, you're doing things, you're in the trenches every day. What's one or two things you can do this week, today, right now, that's going to move you on that journey, shift you from being in the trenches as a business operator can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, to be an aspiring business owner, someone who's looking at things differently, who's taking advantage? So what's those one or two things you can do right now just to move you in that direction?
I'll tell you what, one of the biggest things you can do, there's two guys on the screen right now who have an immense amount of knowledge surrounding these very topics. We've been those business leaders. We've been those managers, supervisors, owners, all of that. Reach out to someone, right? What's that show? I can't even remember what the show was. It's like, don't know? Would you like to call a friend? Maybe we're those friends. Number one thing you can do is get out of that, right? Dial a friend, right? Would you like to dial a friend? Would you like to call a friend? Yeah. Call one of us. Send one of us a message. When you're in it, when you're in the trenches, all you can see is the dirt, the trees around you. It takes someone with a completely different perspective. I'm going to share this. I'm going to give away one of my Facebook posts that's coming up here because it's directly related to this. When I was in Gold Coast, right, Mick, back in 2019, when Mick and I had the opportunity to connect up and everything, I went to that tallest building that was there. I'll be darned if I can think of the name of that building. right? Tallest
Q2.
building. What's that?
Q2.
Yeah, Q2. That's exactly what it was. So we went there, right? We're there. And I took 2 pictures. It was really freaking cool. Right? I'm totally giving away the post here, but that's all good. What did I do? I took a picture. I looked up, right? I kind of leaned back and I looked up and I took a picture of Q2. And guess what was in the picture? All it was the building. That's it. I went up top and I took a picture. Guess what was in the picture? Freaking everything for like 20, 30, 40, 50 kilometers all around. It was a significantly different view. When you're down at the bottom, when you're that person that's in the trenches, all you can see is directly what's in front of you. When you're up top, or you've got someone that's up top that's seen it, that's been there, that can look from a different perspective, you're going to see a heck of a lot more. Number one thing you can do, if you don't know, just reach out. Right? We're not trying to do this as a sales pitch or anything like that. It's not about that at all. Right? Mick and I, we have a passion, right? A driven passion within us to see business owners, business operators truly succeed. That's the number one thing you can do. Number two, begin to change your mindset surrounding it. It's like, well, Jamie, that's, that's that woo-woo stuff. Mindset is not woo-woo. If all I ever saw back in the beginning was how hard it was, how difficult it was, how alone I was, that story that I told myself over and over and over, if I actually kept telling that story and kept believing it, trust me, friends, I would not be here right now. I had to believe that there was more. I had to believe that there was bigger. I went and learned. Mick, you and I mean, we tallied it up, many shows ago, hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on education, on training, on learning. And guess what, guys? That spending, it hasn't stopped. If anything, it's gotten more. Why? Because we're rich guys and we've got money to throw around and just burn. It's got nothing to do with that whatsoever. What it's got to do with is our undying passion to continually learn more information. Not for us, because I'll tell you what, knowledge stored just up here in this cranium is useless. It's what we do with it. For us, having the opportunity to be able to share it with our clients, with those people who are committed and motivated to making a difference in their business, boom, that's a mic drop right there. That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. And one of my values, and I just looked to the side,
yeah,
it's number 5 on the list. It's to learn and grow so I can serve more people.
Yeah.
I'm always learning new things so that I can help more people.
Yeah.
That's why we do what we do. Yeah. This has a massive impact. If you even have remote dreams to grow and scale your business, you need to switch from being a business operator or a business owner. I'm going to quickly touch on a topic that I'm actually talking about this Thursday live here at Mount Isa. I'm doing a presentation on attracting and retaining talent. We'll go through a quick scenario here. So you're talking to some other, say, let's use tradies, for example, because I can rattle them off quickly. You're talking to tradies in the street and you're looking for a job. You're like, oh, mate, I'm so busy. I'm always working. I'm chasing another tradie because I'm just constantly, I just can't seem to get ahead. I'm just working so hard and there's lots of work on and got heaps to do, man. Oh, yeah, anyone looking for a job, just come on over. That's one scenario. The other is I've got so much work on at the moment. It's fantastic. It's going to help me get to creating that team where I'm helping big commercial customers. And we've got these projects on that are exciting and we're building a new park for the town. And there's a new big commercial warehouse going in and we're getting involved in that too. It's so good. I need some tradies to help me get with that to build this infrastructure. Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. What sort of, what's the rates or what are you, completely different conversation because a business operator can't see the forest for the trees. They're stuck in the rut. It's going to change the game for you to hiring people, just being able to look from that bigger picture, being able to share your vision for the business will inspire somebody to come and work for you more so than you're busy and you can't sit there and you're so flat out and all you can see is jobs and I've got 400 jobs to do this month. And who wants to go work in that environment? Not me.
Yeah.
But if you talk about the impact you're making in the community infrastructure and the stuff you're building and the jobs you're doing, oh, it's so awesome. I got to help bloody 50 families this week. We put air cons in and it's coming into summer. It was so good to see them, mate. They were so stoked. I love doing work for these customers because they're so grateful after you've just installed an air con and it's 42 degrees out, it's awesome. That's a much better environment to be around than I can't see the forest through the trees. It's so negative. makes a massive impact on your ability to grow and scale your business, the shift from a business operator to a business owner.
Humongously. It makes all the difference. And again, Mick, tell us a little bit more. I want to hear more about the event that you've got coming up, because this is a crazy, awesome opportunity for people to, number one, if they haven't met you, if they've just been listeners of the show or viewers of the show and all that, they've got an actual opportunity to see you in person. Please tell us more about this.
Yeah, so next Thursday, 21st of October, 6 p.m. at the Ibis Styles, I'm going to be sharing the 7 pillars to attracting and retaining talent in your business. We touch on money. People think that straight away, if you want to attract more talent, just offer high wages and you'll get all the talent you want. I'm here to tell you that money is not the most important factor when deciding a job, deciding to take on a job as an employee. Some of the other things that I talk about is flexibility and building trust and how you communicate and communicating to the world about what you stand for. And it's really, really powerful. One of the biggest problems in our industry in Australia is there's a national labour shortage. So you need to give yourself every opportunity to attract that right talent to your business. And if you do these 7 pillars, your conversion rates for attracting talent will go through the roof.
That's huge, right? You're giving me the keys. You're giving me the secrets to be able to actually bring in the right talent, the talents that's going to stay, the talent's going to help my business ultimately succeed. If you're listening now, no matter where you are, I got to ask, Mick, is there any opportunity that you'll be doing any recording of it, that anyone that's, say, maybe not right in Mount Isa that can't necessarily attend then could possibly later on get a recording or anything? Is that an option?
Absolutely, it is, Jamie. I'm going to be recording the whole event. I'm currently sorting out the tech so that the quality and the sound is awesome. So I'll be able to record the whole event, and I'll be releasing snippets on social media, and I'm going to package it up, and I'll be able to broadcast that for everybody in some capacity. I haven't worked out how I'm doing that yet. I'm going to communicate that with my social media team and see what we can come up with. Yeah. But yes, I'll be recording the event so that I can share that out with the world. And I'm going to let you know a little secret. I'll probably share this in the event, but the 7 pillars to attracting talent are the same 7 pillars that will make your business grow and scale and create freedom for you. Crazy.
Mind-blowing. Okay, so say I'm interested. I want to know, maybe I can't attend, but maybe I want to copy. I want something. How the heck do I get a hold of you? How do I let you know my intention that, Mick, don't forget about me. Let me know I want some of this. What do I have to do?
Drop a comment in the show. And
cool.
I'll take your name down and I'll make sure you get a copy. Send me a DM and I'll make sure you get a copy. Reach out in some capacity to me through any of my social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I will, or on my business page at Awaken Business, and I will make sure that I get you a copy of it.
Incredible. This is an opportunity not to miss. Regardless if you're there in person or if you want to get a copy of the recordings after, definitely let Mick know. Reach out to him, drop him a comment, send him a DM, send him an email, heck, whatever way. I mean, there's pretty much an unlimited way to be able to reach out to any of us. Get that in there and let's get you that copy, because this is not only going to help you with your hiring, with your team retention, it's also going to help you grow your business. So that's something that's amazingly, incredibly exciting, right? I'm a little bit, if I can plug myself a little bit for a moment here, I'm pretty darn excited here. Coming up in the October 28th to 30th, I'll be down in San Diego, California. I'll be supporting one of my mentors, Oren Klaff. He is one of the top pitch masters in the entire world. I'm very, very, very excited to share. This is the first time I'm sharing this here on social media. I will be supporting the team. I'll be supporting his amazing event where he is going to literally flip the script on how pitches are done, how you share your information out there, and it will completely, totally revolutionize your sales process. How good would it be not to have to sell anymore, but to actually have people wanting your product and you getting to decide if they're the right ones to work with you? How good would that be? This is what we're going to teach you at this amazing event. If you want more information, simply go to Oren Klaff, that's ORENKLAFF.com/vortex-event. You can still get tickets. Last I checked, I think there was only 5 or 6 tickets left for this event. So if you're wanting to attend, and there is virtual tickets as well. They've done something different this year that they haven't done in other years. They've made some virtual tickets available. So whether you can attend in person, which I'd love to see you down there, or If you're going to be attending virtually, we've got you covered. Go ahead, check it out. That's orenclaff.com/vortex-event.
Yeah, outstanding. I've done some reading and learning of Oren Claff's stuff. He is phenomenal. It literally will change the way you look at selling. It'll change the way you look at pitching your ideas to potential clients. It is amazing stuff, and I can't wait to hear all about it from Jamie.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It was one of the. I'll talk about vaccinations for a sec here. It's not that I was an anti-vaxxer, but I was holding out for the right thing. This is one of those reasons why. So, being able to go down to this event, being able to travel from Canada down into the United States, this was a big motivator for me to say, you know what, suck it up, get her done. So I'm ready to go. I can't wait to meet other people down there to really change the way you do business in general. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, outstanding. Look, with that said, if you're a business owner, if you're a business operator and you're in that channel and you're just fighting fires and chasing the next task, take a breath, ask yourself, what's one thing I could do right now to save me time somewhere in the future? Just ask yourself that one question. How can I make this process better? And better could be more time for yourself or better outcome for the client. How could I make this process better? Just ask those couple of questions and just take a few minutes to think and breathe. You've got this. And if you need any help or support, reach out to Jamie and I. We're here. We love to add value. Happy to have a chat with you. Reach out to us and we'll book in some time to talk to you and see if we can't make a difference for you. With that said, if you're a business operator, aspire to be a business owner, take that one step and let's crush it in your business.
No question whatsoever. Just know that you've got this. And we've got that. We've got you. With that said, we will catch you all next week on our next edition of Insiders Elite, the live show. Until then, live your life, live your business inspired. We will see you then.
See you next week.